Hey, what's up there, family? I'm gonna be talking today a little bit about, well, it's October right now, right? So winter's right around the corner. I've been getting asked quite a bit about how do I control temperature, do temperature regulation, living inside of a camper with my mycology. So I'm gonna kind of walk through that a little bit today, step by step, the way that I do it. Now, everybody has their own adaptive um, the ways that they like to handle things. I like to use just a small space heater. I'm gonna kind of walk through it a little bit, like why I do this specific type. I use the Inkbird temperature regulator. I've used quite a few of these. I'm pretty familiar with them. I love them. It's a great product. Um, and then wall hooks. So now these are the three things that you're going to need, and that's all it takes. You could probably get all of this stuff for around $50 or $60, and that will keep all of your mycology perfectly safe all throughout the winter. So we'll start with this Inkbird. This is brand new, so I haven't even opened it up yet. Bear with me. I don't need those instructions. I'll show you how it's done, but when you get yours, make sure that you read through it really well. Okay. Just bear with me on the unveiling of this brand new piece of equipment. So, yeah, we have to adapt because we don't have, there can be wild swings and changes living in a camper, especially in the winter time. Sometimes, especially let's say my propane runs out, in the middle of the night, and I don't want all my mycology stuff getting really cold. So this is a good backup because I've got electric plugged in still. So I'm gonna take you off this stand for a second. On the ceiling, I've got this really awesome plug-in. It's actually supposed to be for a TV, but mycology rules my life, so no TV. Okay, we're gonna put you back. I'm gonna use one of these wall hangers here. Open that up. So what these are is they're rated up to 30 pounds. It's just got a nice little hook on here. I can stick it wherever on any smooth surface. We're probably gonna go right above the heater. Boom, that's it. I'm gonna take the other end of this. Boom, that's it. Okay. Then after that, we've got the cooling and the heating side. I'm only going to be plugging into the heating side. Now what that's going to do is once this drops down to a certain temperature, this probe right here will read the ambient temperature in this room, and then when it gets like 2 or 3 degrees below that, it's going to kick on the heater. And then when it gets 2 or 3 degrees above that temperature setting, it's going to shut off the heater. So the heater won't run full time. It's going to automatically control it. But the big thing is right here, we're going to have to set this. So when we first set it up, started it, this is what it looks like. I'm going to push and hold the set button. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is, in order to flip through the menu, you're just going to hit the set button. I live in the USA, therefore all of my, oops, I passed it. So you'll see right here, C for Celsius. I switched it to Fahrenheit. Now, this is the temperature setting, and then this is how high above, or how high it'll heat above that number, how high it'll allow the cold to drop below that number. So I am going to set it, I like to set mine for around 74 degrees Fahrenheit. Then I go to here, so it'll get up to 77 degrees. It'll shut that off automatically. That's that. Then it'll drop down to 71 degrees. As soon as it drops down to 71 degrees, this will kick on. And then the only thing I'm going to do after that is press and hold set. And that set everything up. Now, what I'm going to do is bring you down here. Move this temperature probe out of the way. Whatever heater you get, you want to make sure it's one that if it tips over, it's not going to keep running. You know, you want it to be able to shut off. You don't want it, you know, being in a small space, safety is always going to be your number one first priority. On here, I have two settings, 1200 watts and 1500 watts. I'm going to put it to the 1200 watt, trying to keep everything low. I want to verify that if it tips over, it shuts off. All right, we're good. I've got it in the corner. This way it's going to spread everything out throughout the room. I always do keep a fan running in here. So I'm going to shut that off for now, just for the noise. But anyway, yeah, we're all set up. Now I can just adjust or put my temperature probe basically wherever a good spot in this room is, where I think I'm going to want to reach the ambient temperature of 74 degrees. Just an open space where it's not covered up, but just the general middle of the room. Anyway, that's how I set up my temperature regulation living inside of a small space.